My name is Bailey Merzick, and I'm here on the campus of Adrian College at the Adrian College Production House. This is Bulldog Bulletin. Now, here's Matt Kibbe with our politics news for today.
Thanks, Bailey. Let's talk some politics now. Social media is currently exploding after Joe Rogan offered to be the moderator in a presidential debate between current President Donald Trump and Democratic nominee Joe Biden. Trump responded on Twitter saying he is all for it. He actually quoted the tweet saying, "I do." On the other side of the table, Joe Biden has not publicly responded to the inquiry from Joe Rogan, and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has said that she does not want to have the Democratic nominee participate in any debates this year. The election will be held in November. Get out and vote. Back to you guys, Bailey.
Thank you, Matt. Now here's a story from Trey Matthews on fake news.
Thanks so much, Bailey. Over the past decade, fake news has become increasingly relevant and dangerous. People seem to be becoming more illiterate in the realm of information. Fake news, also known as false news or pseudo-news, is a form of news consisting of deliberate misinformation. These reports and headlines typically spread via new media platforms, but can also spread through traditional news media. The only potential solution at this point is increased societal information literacy. Fake news is a massive problem tied to confirmation bias and a me-first attitude in the first world society that needs to be addressed sooner rather than later. Digital networks have amplified the spread of fake news and greatly increased the need to address the issue. Social media platforms cause fake news to spread like wildfire, as they take into account the amount of time spent with content and how it is shared between users. To read the full report on fake news, visit adriancollege.tv. Back to you, Bailey.
Now, here's a story from Ali Schaefer about the new legislation in honor of a local Adrian fallen soldier.
Thank you, Bailey. On June 30th, 1975, Officer Bobby Lynn Williams was killed in the line of duty. Williams was shot and killed after stopping a suspect involved in a robbery and kidnapping of a gas station attendant. Officer Williams was shot as he approached the perpetrator's vehicle, but was able to return fire and stop the vehicle, which forced the perpetrator to leave the vehicle behind. The perpetrator was later arrested and sentenced to life without parole. But now, after all of these years, Michigan State Representative Brona Kale has introduced House Bill 6229, which will rename a portion of M34 Patrolman Bobby Lynn Williams Memorial Highway.
Thank you, Allie. Now here's Megan with this week's food story.
Thank you so much, Bailey. So today in our food news in Adrian, McDonald's just came out with some spicy chicken nuggets for the first time ever. It's the first time they've ever had flavor on their chicken nuggets. So they're the spicy chicken nuggets, somewhat like the Wendy's ones, but they also have a hot sauce that is a dipping sauce that they're serving with it. So these started coming out on the 16th, so yesterday. And now they're available at all McDonald's locations for a limited time. I'm super excited about it. Super, like, spicy nugs, yes. So in other news, our beloved Spotted Cow here in Adrian, the south location that was by the Lenawee Health Department is moving out by the 223 Walmart. So they closed their doors early last week. They're going to be moving locations, and this new location is also going to have a drive-through, which the old location didn't. So it's going to be a lot like the north location. Get your ice cream, you can go, you can also sit outside, sit inside, lounge around. I'm super excited to see what this new place is going to look like. I think that's all that I've got for food news today though, so we're going to send it right back to Bailey.
Thank you, Megan. That sounds very good. Can't wait to try those spicy nugs. Now here is a story from Francesca Macani on the Asylum After Dark in Traverse City.
Thank you, Bailey. The Traverse City Color Changing Tours is not the only thing Traverse City has to offer this fall season. Traverse City is set to start offering tours through Traverse City's former psychiatric hospital, cleverly named the Asylum After Dark Tours. The tour will be taking visitors through the supposedly haunted Cabin 30. The visitors will be guided through the floors from the attic to the basement. They will get to see it all, including vignettes from those years. Participants will get to experience what it was like for the old patients that lived there. The tour will be 30 minutes, and it's $45 per person and $80 per couple, which includes a village map. Might be something fun to consider this Halloween season. Back to you, Bailey.
Thank you, Francesca. Now here's a story from Matt Kibbe on a fatal stabbing here at the Adrian Meyer.
Thanks, Bailey. Some scary news coming now from Adrian, Michigan, where the Adrian Police Department has confirmed there was a fatal stabbing at the 223 Meyer location. The victim's identity has not been released yet, but APD has confirmed it was an 85-year-old Lenawee County resident. While officers were en route to the scene, local shopper carrying their CPL intervened and was able to hold the suspect by gunpoint until officers arrived. Upon arrival, the Adrian Police Department took the 29-year-old suspect into custody. It was confirmed that the suspect is a resident of Adrian, Michigan. Anyone with more information is encouraged to contact the Adrian Police Department at 517-264-4808. I'm Matt Kibbe for this report. Now back to you, Bailey, in the studio.
Thank you, Matt. Now for this week's weather. This week and the end of this weekend looks to be beautiful, as temperatures will be in the 60s to upper 60s. Make sure you get outside and get some fresh fall air. Now here's Gabriel Shy on this week's Lenawee Sports Minute.
You know what time it is? High school football is back. Should I run with that? You know what time it is? Really? I'm not Rob Gronkowski. Time now for the Lenawee Sports Minute, and you know what time it is. High school football is back in the state of Michigan. Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer signed a new executive order to allow high school football to be played and the season to begin. In addition to football, sports including volleyball, soccer, swimming, and diving are also able to begin. Locally, Maple Stadium is going to be bumping Friday night. The Maples playing host to the Ypsilanti Lincoln Rail Splitters. You can listen to the game on 103.9 FM WLEN. John Kane back on the call for another season. Up north in Jackson, Michigan, Jackson High's Vikings playing host to Tecumseh. The two football teams are going to be a part of JTV's first ever live high school football broadcast. Tecumseh residents should be able to tune in on JTV.TV. Here on Adrian College TV, the men's soccer team will begin the Michael Hatfield era on Saturday as the Bulldogs host the Trine University Thunder. The non-conference game beginning at noon. Adrian College has decided to limit attendance to the event to family members of players only, so you'll have to watch it on ACTV. Well, before we skip to the NFL, the Big Ten is going to be playing football. Here at Adrian College, we're starting on October 3rd. At the Big Ten level, they're starting in late October as games get underway. In the NFL, Tom Brady started with his new team, and things got off hot with a rushing touchdown, but things went south pretty quickly for the former MVP and multiple-time Super Bowl champion. He finished with a line of 23 for 36, 239 yards with 2 touchdowns and 2 picks, as well as 3 sacks. They may sound abysmal, but New Orleans is pretty good, and I still think he's going to bounce back as the year goes on. The Detroit Lions, oh my goodness. Some things have changed in 2020, but not the Detroit Lions. They always find a way to lose. On this occasion, Detroit blew another lead and lost its season opener to the Chicago Bears 27-23. Rookie tailback DeAndre Swift dropped a game-winning touchdown. We'll see if the Lions get better going forward. Pretty exciting stuff this week in sports around Lenawee County. This has been the Lenawee Sports Minute. Back to you, Bailey.
Thanks, Gabriel. In the 2021 edition of America's Best Colleges, U.S. News World Report has once again ranked Adrian College as a top regional college in the Midwest. Adrian placed 17th in the list, and this ranking comes for the 7th year in a row. In addition, Adrian was listed in many more categories, including the most innovative schools, the best undergraduate teaching, best value regional college, senior capstone, and first-year experience. Thank you for watching this week's Bulldog Bulletin. Have a great weekend, Bulldogs.